guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching. Julia Dars, and in this video I want to talk to you about the topic that probably became so popular right now. And I would say that for a lot of people, especially for entrepreneurs or life coaches, it's more commercial. But I guess I would say that this topic is very important, and I've received a lot of questions about it, and I want to share my experience. And I want to talk to you about meditation. Many of you probably heard, maybe some of you are already doing it. I'm going to go through a couple questions that I usually get from my friends or my followers. I'll cover this topic in a very short way, a way that will be very easily digested. So I think as any practice in your life or anything that you are about to start and you're doing, you have to have an understanding, and the main question is why do you need to do this? Why do you need this tool for? Because meditation is a tool, and the tool, every tool has, the purpose. For example, you're probably not gonna try to drill a hole in your wall with a hammer. And that's why you need to understand why you want to start meditation. What are you looking to get from this practice for you? And let me bring you an example. And when I just started meditation, I was kind of in the point of my life when I was literally lost. I didn't know if the person who I see every day in the mirror is the person that I actually feel deep inside. I stopped feeling myself. I stopped being me in a certain way. I didn't know what I want to do with my life. I didn't know if I want to actually continue with my fitness career as a trainer or a nutritionist or anything like that. And I was lost. I was literally lost, and the fact that I was also on prep for my show that actually never happened, it's kind of triggered a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression and overwhelming state. And this is where I decided to start meditation and try it. But to be honest, not that I had a clear why. For me, it was just like, let's just see where this practice can bring me to, right? And I've studied this topic before I started it, and what I realized is many people were saying about something about the ability of focusing, to be more aware of what you want to do in your life, to be more aware of your emotions, to be in control of your thoughts, of your head. And I'm that kind of person who actually has a lot of thoughts in my head, and sometimes I can even filter them. They just come and they stay. And as a matter of fact, all our thoughts, they are reoccurring every day. We're actually thinking the same thing, and if you notice it, actually you're thinking about what to eat, how to cook your breakfast, how to get through traffic faster, and what to do at night, what to cook. And this is just everyday thoughts that's going on in our heads. And I want to realize at that point that I want to get rid of certain habits that I thought they weren't helpful, and I want to just be better. I want to improve myself, and I wanted to learn how to manage certain things, how to maybe react differently, because sometimes certain events, they might trigger something, and it's completely comes from our body first, and our mind kind of catches up with this. So all of that kind of like a messy stuff pushed me to start the meditation. I think if that kind of like a breaking point didn't happen, that I would probably be meditating right now. Maybe maybe not, maybe yes, who knows. Anyway, so let's just jump into overview of meditation. So I pointed out that the first question in your head should be why, and you have to realize why you want to do it. Do you want to change anything inside of you? Do you want to change certain behaviors? Do you feel like the life you're living right now is not the life you wanted, but for some reason you can't really figure out it in your head? So meditation is a great tool for that. Now let's jump into another question, and another question was how do I start, right? So with this, I would probably recommend you to start with guided meditation, because as with any practice, you don't know the rules, you don't know anything about this practice because you hadn't had that experience. And my personal choice is application that is called Calm. I love that one. I tried many different ones, but to be honest, I just stick with that one. I love them. I love the topic. I love the music on the background. I love all speakers. They have many different topics, self-improvement, self-care, and as a matter of fact, they have a topic for beginners, and it's actually called How to Meditate. I wish I kind of had that experience before I started, because I took that course maybe after 3 months of being in meditation, but it's okay. I've learned a lot, and I improved my meditation by just following the guidelines that they have in that topic. So another source would be Audible. They also, if you have an Audible account, they also have a lot of different meditations, and actually they have free stuff. So if you have an account, just type in some sort of like meditation, and you're good to go. You might find something on YouTube. Not really sure. I know they have a lot of affirmation stuff, like 2 hours affirmation while you're sleeping. This is also kind of part of meditation, but you sort of unconscious. When you're sleeping, you're not really kind of analyzing stuff, right? Or digging deep inside of your past, and trying to find why right now you react on certain things as you react, right? And maybe you want to change it. The thing is probably what I would like to point out here is, don't expect anything. Meditation is a practice, so that's not an end goal of meditation. It will never be. Every meditation that you will have will be different experience. It might be good, it might be bad, it could have a tremendous success, it might fail. You never know. Sometimes we feel great in the morning, sometimes we don't feel great. So it just depends. So don't expect things. Don't expect meditation to be perfect. As a matter of fact, I'm meditating right now is around like 1 year, and sometimes I have really crappy meditations, and I caught myself on the thought that I'm kind of like super upset with that, or like angry. But then I stopped those thoughts and like, Julia, you don't have to be perfect, and anything, it's a practice. So today you had this one, and I have a journal where I'm just writing down stuff, what happened during my meditation, what might trigger a bad experience. Maybe I did something before meditation. It could maybe I ate something that just spikes my sugar level up, and I couldn't actually literally calm myself. But there's a whole different story. So don't expect things, just sit down and do it. Don't try to be perfect. Just have like a clear page about meditation. Expectations, no bad feelings, just be there and feel, and your body will take you where you need to be, kind of thing. So next question is where Where to meditate? Well, I would highly recommend to pick up a place where you feel really comfortable, and it's probably somewhere in your house. The light should be dimmed. Don't be in a room where it's super bright, because even though your eyes are closed, you still have that light, coming in, and your eyes are actually censoring that. So I would say a dim light, that's just perfect. Another important point is, if you're not alone in the house, wear headphones, because especially in the beginning you will be distracted by this, by maybe your kids or your TV or neighbors upstairs, downstairs, whatever it is. Just wear headphones. But if you are alone in the house, you can just play the meditation on your phone. So probably this is it about where to do that. I would not recommend you to do it, especially when you're beginning, during your commute to work, in a busy subway or a bus. Not a good thing. Probably your house where you feel comfortable, but not in your bed, because your brain has certain associates your bed as the place where you sleep. So once you wake up, you kind of in transitioning from the sleep, right? And if you stay there laying down and you start your meditation, most likely you're gonna fall asleep again. So not in your bed. Maybe grab a pillow, sit down on the floor where you can keep your posture straight. That would be a great choice. So, and the last question is when. Good question. Struggled with that for quite a while, because I couldn't kind of figure out when should I do this. Should I do this when I'm just waking up? And I made this mistake. I was in my bed. I sat down, but still my bed. I just woke up. Basically, I was falling asleep right away. So as many studies, they show that the best time for meditation is after we waking up in the morning, because our brain, we have different brain waves, and when we sleep, we're in a deep brain waves. It depends, of course, on a person sleep pattern. But if in general, if you're having a good sleep, so you're in a deep brain waves, and when you're waking up, you're kind of in transition from deep brain waves like delta or theta or alpha to like beta. So beta is the brain wave where you most alert, right? So we're in a beta state during our day, because we need to solve this, to think about that, we need to drive, we have to pay attention to to our environment, we have to be conscious about time, work, so all this stuff. But when you just waking up, you in transition to that state. So this is the best kind of time to sit down and meditate, because you're still kind of in the middle of two worlds. And another great time is right before you go to sleep. But again, you have to adapt. If you have a spouse, you have a family, you have kids, so probably do it like 15 minutes before you go to sleep, because when you're in the bed with your spouse, probably, you might doing something else, or you might just fall asleep because you're cuddling or you're talking and you're like, I'll do it later. So I would say just take a moment for yourself, kind of be selfish in this point, and just let yourself to rest, let yourself to be with your mind, with your conscious for those 10 to 15 minutes. That's where you can start, and it's okay if it's gonna last like only 5 minutes. You're just starting. My first meditation, I opened my eyes after 2 minutes. I freaked out. I'm like, hell, that's taking so long. It's just like a valuable time where I'm super busy. I can do something, my career related, my work related, to contact my client. But then I realized that, I want to be selfish in this scenario. I want to give myself a rest. I want to give my brain and my mind and my body rest, because that's like a luxury stuff, especially for people who live in a very busy environment like New York. So just look at it this way: you are worthy of 10-20 minutes of your time, right? And yeah, but again, if you ask me when, I would say sometimes I'm having great meditation session during the day, because probably right now I can transition from those beta to alpha state easily or faster, I would say. And just, sometimes when I'm tired and I'm having like a 20-minute meditation session during the day, and that would be like a completely different session. It's not about me fixing me or improving my behavior or manifesting my future. It's just about me being calm for 20 minutes, like shut down my thoughts. And this is where meditation helped me a lot. I just can literally shut them down, like, okay, not think about anything. And after like only 20 minutes of being in the middle of sleepy state / awake state, when I'm done with my session, I feel like I just restarted the whole thing again, super energized. Even though I didn't sleep, I can't consider it as a nap, because I'm pretty much conscious during that time, but I feel just so much more kind of energized. So when it comes to when, just pick a time. Pick a time when you know that you will not be distracted by anything or anyone. And usually, it's the morning. When you're starting your morning, you should not grab your phone and, send emails. You should really just tune up into the day and have that flow. When you grabbing your phone and starting texting or going to your social media profile or blah 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 blah, you're already in a very reactive state, and now you are a slave of your environment, kind of thing, where you actually want to be in control of stuff, right? So this is it, guys. That's my opinion, that's my experience. I really encourage you to try meditation. Helped me a lot, changed my life completely. I have so much more understanding, and so I'm better in focusing in just one thing and just maintaining that happy state, the love that you feel kind of thing after meditation. That's the whole point, I believe. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about that, please, I encourage you to ask me. I can make another video about meditation. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Julia Dars, and have a just fantastic day.